What's up? It's Carlos. Welcome to Toy Gigante.
And I'm Mary. Hi.
And today on the show, we're going to take a close look at the 1994 Galoob Micro Machine Star Wars Sail Barge. We're going to go deep inside and check it out. We're going to go and look at all the little details.
We're going to get up close and personal.
Up close and personal. And we're going to do every single vehicle that Micro Machine has ever done. Star Wars.
Every single one.
And go deep
every
inside.
Last one. Deep inside the Micro Machine world of Star Wars.
Okay, we're just kidding.
We're totally kidding.
What we're here to talk about is the new experiment by Hasbro. And
the HasLab Katana.
The HasLab Katana.
AKA Jabba's Sail Barge, if you haven't seen the pictures coming out of Toy Fair this year.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm excited about this because I love...
Super excited.
I love giant Star Wars vehicles.
Yeah, you do.
Like, the closer they are to scale, the more I enjoy them. Like, I have the Legacy, like, Millennium Falcon, and I have the larger AT-AT Walker and the larger Slave One. I'm into that stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, well, now I don't have to make one. I was going to try to make one myself. But if this gets funded, then you can just get this one, and everybody can get this one.
So for those that haven't seen the website, which we'll post the link to later in case you want to back it, HasLab is a new venture by Hasbro, which is a new Kickstarter type situation where they're asking for 5,000 backers to basically purchase a katana at $500, which does include the shipping, before April 3rd of this year, 2018. You have until midnight Eastern Standard Time or 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We're going to put the link of the website so you can check it out. And, you know...
How many backers does it have right now as of this recording?
I think it has about over 800 backers, and yeah, they need 5,000.
They need 5,000, so...
So for your $500, what you get is if it gets funded, you'll get the katana, which is 4 feet long.
About as long as this table.
Yeah, Jabba's Sail Barge, and you'll get... That shipping is included.
Yeah, shipping's included. It did say that taxes might be applicable, but that's a little thing.
That's a little thing. We don't worry about it. When we buy the toys, we don't worry about those little things.
Well, we probably should, but...
We should, but, you know, this is special to me. Like, I've always wanted something like this.
I mean, both of us, I would... Well, Empire's your favorite, but Jedi's mine.
I like Jedi, too.
So
I like
Jedi's
the first...
my favorite.
Like, Jedi's awesome. I love it. Like, I even like the Ewoks. Yeah, that's me.
Ewoks.
And the first, 40 minutes, 30 minutes of Jabba?
That's totally your favorite.
I just love those parts.
You could watch that over and over again.
Yeah. Seeing the sail barge, go through the desert and everything. You can recreate that now if it gets funded.
Yeah. All the monsters and the Rancor.
The Rancor and everything.
Everything that happens in the Jabba section is pretty...
It's awesome.
Badass. Especially Boosh.
Yeah, I mean, he's a evil villain, gangster, but you love Jabba. I mean, he doesn't love Jabba.
Space gangster slug.
It's hilarious.
Well, and then the only thing that, from the photos we've looked at, that I wish they had included, I mean, if when you go to the link and you look at the photos, you'll see things. The Ithorian skeleton's pretty awesome, but and they're doing a whole new mold or sculpt of Jabba, but it would be awesome if they had another Salacious, because you can never have too many Salacious crumbs.
Maybe they'll throw in more figures. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Looks like they're going to throw in a new Jabba, a new sculpt maybe, to go with this one. And we'll see what happens. I'm very excited about this one.
What was one of the features that you liked the most about this? What's one of your favorite features that we saw in the schematics?
I like this is going to sound funny, but I like how there's a kitchen sink in there.
Right?
I mean, that's just hilarious.
It was
I like
fun.
that.
Yeah.
I like that there's a kitchen sink. There's a little jail in there. There's what else is there? There's a cockpit for 2 drivers. You know, stuff that you don't see in the movie, and that's really what I like. I like those little details.
I think my favorite, like, I mean, I agree with you with the kitchen, like, because it showed little sculpted food hanging from the,
little
you know,
frogs,
froggy things, you know, like Jabba chows down on. But it sounds really stupid, but I kind of love that they are making the sails cloth.
Yeah,
like actual cloth sails
instead
like,
of plastic.
Instead of molded plastic, like, but it's something little like that, like actual cloth, you know, in a sail for a barge that, you know, is kind of cool.
It's awesome. I love that stuff.
Yeah, they also had a couple cool photos on the website, which you can see if you go check it out, where they did some staged ones with a Boba Fett figure. Oh, I guess that was at Toy Fair, right?
Yeah.
Where they had Boba, and so like, but whoever took the photos that we saw, like, they didn't. It was nice because you had you know that it's like the crosswork meshy type, you know, floor up on the top roof, and so when they took the picture of Boba in with Jabba, the light was coming in, and you know, like, so they kept some of those details too.
I love those details.
Those little details.
The lighting.
Both of us are suckers for little details and little storytelling elements.
You know, yeah, we're older. We appreciate these things. We just grew up with that stuff, and you know, I think this could bring a new generation of fans and children and stuff like that.
Little things like that, yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, I see a lot of like kids these days, and they're just, you know, on their computers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
And what happened in just playing with toys, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's something that we've been privately discussing too, where it's like, kids nowadays, you know, are super into apps and digital stuff, which we obviously didn't have growing up, but the toy companies, they do okay, but they're not on top like they used to be anymore. It's a lot, you know, harder to get kids today into the stuff, and, you know, and then the older they get, if they see their parents with the stuff,
then they might appreciate it more. I mean,
they might appreciate it.
It is really hard. It is really hard for companies nowadays, the toy companies, to put stuff out and sell it. It's a tough business now. It's not what it used to be, and that's why I want this project to succeed, and I want it to be. I'd like to see it funded, is because, you know, I don't want to see. Like,
if it works, it's really exciting. Because then it gives an opportunity for Hasbro through HasLab to maybe give some of us adult collectors some of the things that
we've always wanted, or we'd like to see come back, but they don't want to take the big investment on to wind up seeing their stuff on clearance at Ross. You know, like he would love to have a brand new tool Defiant or the Flag, and I personally would love to maybe see an actual Synergy console to go with my Gem Dolls, you know, like the actual computer Synergy, you know, but that's not something that they could put on the market. No, it would fail. I mean,
it would totally fail.
It's becoming kind of like a niche thing for certain collectors like us that have been around for years, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
I think this is a smart move for Hasbro.
I agree. This is a really smart move for Hasbro.
It's kind of like when Mattel did that crowdfunding for the Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
The really detailed one.
And that was a really nice Castle Grayskull. We didn't get it, but we wanted it.
We still want it one day.
We still want it one day.
And that's the smart thing. It's kind of like, if people really want it, it's like, put your money where your mouth is and support something like that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of complaints already on the Sail Barge, and it's not fair. It's like, you gotta just relax and give it a chance, because, like Mary said, if this thing gets funded, this could bring in other projects for the future.
Yeah.
We can get like a bigger G.I. Joe vehicle or a bigger Star Wars vehicle that we've all wanted.
Or even a bigger Transformer. You know? Like, you know, just an even bigger Transformer, you know, like maybe something that would be more readily available than, you know, Comic-Con and having to deal with all the scalpers, you know, like when you go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, and this will be shipped to your house, You know, you'll have something exclusive, something special, something that you...
I mean, shipping alone on that's going to be like $100,
Yeah.
and they know it because, you know, that at that size, like, it's 4 feet long, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to come apart a bit, but shipping alone on that's going to probably... I mean, we've shipped guitars, and the guitar alone cost over $100 to ship one time, so you know they're looking at they're looking at a lot for shipping.
And shipping, yeah, that's going to be expensive, so that's like $400 for Hasbro, and then at $400 you got to remember there's tooling involved, sculpting, there's 3D printing, there is mold and cast, there's painting, there's a lot of artists.
There's a lot of people that work on these projects.
And they work hard, so when you just say like, oh, well, that's stupid, like make it, if it had this or that, I would buy it, but you know, it's kind of like, you're not getting the big picture here with some people that I've seen the comments on. It's like, the big picture is, this could lead to bigger things that you want in the future, you know?
Well, we were even discussing, because we saw a couple comments on the HasLab's website saying, oh, that'd be great if it was for the 6-inch figures. And it's like, if it was for 6-inch figures, it would be the size of a couch.
Yeah, you're talking about the size of a couch.
I mean...
And come on, 6-inch, guys? Like, how many figures are there for Return of the Jedi in 6-inch?
True.
At this point.
In Jedi. I mean, what are you going to do? Put a plexiglass box around it and turn it into a coffee table?
Yeah, it's... Come on, guys. I've seen a lot of people say, like, oh, well, if it was for 6-inch, then I'd buy it. And I don't believe that. Like,
I mean, yeah.
The 1/18 scale size is perfect. And
what was it? The TIE Fighter. I mean, they did attempt, they tested, vehicles at 6-inch. And the TIE Fighter for, what, Force Awakens? Is it the Force Awakens?
Force Awakens.
Yeah. Like, that TIE Fighter...
It didn't sell.
It didn't sell. I mean, you can still see them at Target. Or not Target. Toys R Us,
It's just not practical. This is, Hasbro is like any other business. It's a business. It's there to make money, not lose money. And when people say, oh, I'll buy it when it goes on clearance at Ross.
If it goes on...
That's not
it's
not
cool,
good.
Man.
That's not
cool.
And
it's not good business for them.
No, it's not cool. And, if you get lucky, if you go to Ross and you get lucky, you find something. I've done it.
Congrats. Like,
Congrats.
You totally got a good score.
But if your mentality is, I'm going to wait until something goes on clearance before I buy it, then that's not supporting Hasbro. That's not supporting the toys you love.
Well, I mean, and more than that, like, logically, it would be like, they're not going to take a risk and make that item again. Like, we were discussing the remote control AT-AT Walker from Rogue One, and that, nobody's buying it. It's a really cool idea, but everybody's waiting to pick it up at Ross or pick it up on clearance, and because nobody bought it, they lost like all that money on it.
And you're not going to see it. You're probably not going to see an AT-AT
You're
Walker
probably
again.
never going to see a remote control AT-AT Walker again. You're probably never going to see a remote control large vehicle again.
No, you're not. And that's the thing, is like, you see all these Star Wars vehicles and figures, and you're wondering why the articulation's gone, why everything looks a little bit cheaper. It's because nobody's buying them, and prices aren't going down when they manufacture this stuff. I worked at a toy company, and let me tell you, everything's going up, not down, and that's just business.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, if you want to support this, you should, because this is for the fans. This is for the fans out there that really want it.
Fans.
I really want it. I'm gonna support this project.
Yeah, we'll be supporting.
And I'm excited, and I want to see what lies in the future with Hasbro, because I'm not kissing Hasbro's butt.
It just happens that they carry all the lines we love.
We love G.I. Joe.
We love G.I. Joe. Transformers.
We love Gem. We love everything.
Ponies.
They're a great company, man. They've been around since we were kids.
They are our childhood.
So this is a great step. It's a smart step. Business-wise, it makes sense. Let's support it. And if you're not interested in a Sail Barge,
or if
that's
the
cool.
price tag is too high for you, that's totally
That's cool. But when you say like things like, oh, that's stupid, or like, oh, I'm not going to support that because like, you know, some ridiculous reason, like, I wouldn't do that. I would just...
I think one of my favorite comments I saw was something along the lines of well, it wasn't just one. It was a lot of comments where it's like, "Oh, I'm just going to wait for that to go on clearance." And that's kind of a sad, you know.
That's really sad. There's a lot of artists.
There's a lot of people who work really hard
on this stuff, guys. You know, they work really hard. Think about it. You know, this is art. This is good stuff.
I mean,
support art.
It's why I paint and why you build your own toys.
I make my own toys, and guess what?
And it's hard.
It's hard and it's expensive.
It's time consuming.
It's time consuming.
And a lot of times
when people don't buy it, it's just very disappointing, you know?
Super disappointing.
But you keep going.
You do it because you love it and because you hope somebody else loves it as much as you.
Yeah, and that's what it is, and that's real talk.
Real talk.
You know? From your friend Carlos. This is real talk. This is the other side.
This is the other side. This is what I get to hear all the time.
So, support the project. If you want a giant katana sail barge, support it.
We will post a link to it, the HasLab link, in the description. And
check it out at least.
Check it out. Just look at it. You don't have to buy one.
You don't have to buy one. I'm not saying buy it, but I'm just saying, hey, check it out.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
cool.
Obviously,
even if you're not into it, just check it out.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
remember, it could lead to bigger things.
It may not be what you want now, but it could lead to something you really want later.
It could be that USS flag.
That flag you want, that Defiant you want, the Terrordrome you want.
Stuff like that.
You know, things.
Think about it, guys. That's the big picture.
Things that they can't sell at Toys R Us anymore.
Right.
But they can sell directly to you.
Think about it.
Think about it.
All right. Until next time. Gigante.
Gigante.
Peace.